Good morning and welcome to all my Choice Theory small friends. I've been watching you on here all week and I'm overwhelmed by the work you've been doing. It's absolutely wonderful. Today is Friday and we are on day 15 together of learning Choice Theory together. I feel you've done amazing and I feel you've covered far more than we thought you would have covered in 15 days. So really well done. And we have to give a big shout out to your mum and dad as well, haven't we? Because really you wouldn't be doing this unless they had their Facebook turned on and they were connecting in with you. So mum and dad, thumbs up for you too. So we covered a lot this week, didn't we? I'm glad to be out of my G.I. Jane outfit today. You know, if you had to stay in survival need all of the time, wouldn't you get very tired? And we have other needs as well. And you found that out during the week, didn't you? And today I'm going to bring you the last basic need. So I'm going to see if you can work this one out yourself. And I think you can. I think you're well able to. So we always do our little recap, don't we, on a Friday? So we have 5 basic needs. The first of those needs is a physiological need, G.I. Jane. And that need is for survival. You're spot on, well done. Then on Tuesday, Kim began to introduce the psychological needs. And the first of those psychological needs is love and belonging. You're so right. We all need love and we all need to be a part of. It's where we grow, isn't it? Think about the love and belonging we have in our families, the love and belonging we have with our friends. I thought Kim explained it really, really well. And she just looked like a big ball of pink fluffy. And that's what, to be loved and to give love and to receive love and to belong as a part of a group. You just feel warm and fluffy inside, don't you? But love and belonging is a basic need. Without it, we'll be in pain. Then Una talked about power. I thought it was brilliant. Most times when people think about power, they're thinking about overpowering somebody. That is not what power is. In fact, true power is being able to express yourself without ever overpowering another human being. Everybody has a right to their voice and everybody has a right to be heard. And that power inside of us, to meet our need inside of us, to express ourselves and to be heard, it is a basic need. We crumble when that doesn't happen to us. So I thought Una did a great job on that. And then yesterday, Catherine, I thought that movie Free Willy was just brilliant. And when we seen the little picture she had of her running out of school in the holidays, that's what freedom feels like, isn't it? When we're just ready to go and explore and be totally free within ourselves. And I loved when she said, you know, no matter what somebody does, there's a little part in here that nobody can ever take our freedom, because we're free inside in our mind, we're free in our heart and our mind, and nobody can ever take that. They can lock you down, but they can't take away your freedom in here. Sure they can't. So it's a lovely, I thought Catherine did a great job with Free Willy yesterday. And I loved that movie. I can still remember that feeling of, oh my God, when he jumped that wall and got back with his parents. I forgot about that movie till Catherine brought it back to us. So I think the ladies did great this week, didn't they? And I heard through your feedback that you kind of like these guys. I'm fairly fond of them myself. So there, pay attention. And Una showed on Wednesday, didn't she, how that's not power, ordering somebody around. That's overpowering somebody else. True power is inviting people to come on a journey with you. So today, I'm inviting you to come on a journey with me, because today we're going to look at the last of our basic needs. So we have love and belonging, we have survival, love and belonging, power, freedom. And what do you think the 5th one could be? I think you can figure this one out yourself. I'm going to give you a tip. Knock, knock. You know the knock, knock jokes, don't you? I say knock, knock. You say who's there. And then I tell you who's there and you say whoever it is, who, and I give you the answer. So, before I tell you this joke actually, wait till I show you what I have. You know the way you like this lad? I have this lad. And I have this lad. I have 3 of them. And I'm going to tell you how these work in choice theory. When William Glasser founded this theory, he said that, remember I spoke about our brain? Inside in our brain, we run 3 signals. And one of them is a signal of frustration. So did you ever hear that expression, I seen red? So when those skates are very badly chipped, that's the frustration. So if I spent all day doing this, sit up there, pay attention, hey, pay attention, yee, pay attention. I'd annoy you, wouldn't I? I think after a while, you'd run a frustration with that. But if I kept doing it, you might after a while kind of go, Norah, we have enough of it. Yeah. So green is kind of a neutral colour. You don't really mind it, you don't really like it, and you don't really hate it. You're kind of just okay. Let me think if I could explain this. Yeah, like say this clock. If I said to you now, what do you think of that clock? You might say, it's just a clock, Norah. We're running kind of, I'm okay with it, whether it's there, whether it's not there. It's kind of a green signal. But let's say if we had to time ourselves, if we had to make sure that we weren't going to be too long or we needed to be on time for something, suddenly that clock would become very important to us, wouldn't it? So when we were wondering, we're running around the house going, God, what time is it? What time is it? And then we see the clock. Suddenly, that clock becomes a very pleasurable signal for us. And that's yellow. We're in the yellow. If you think of yellow, all feelings, all the sunshine, we're happy when we see something. We're in the yellow. We're full of sunshine when we see something we like. What if we thought it was 20 to 2 and we needed to be somewhere at 2, but in fact we looked at the clock again and it was 20 to 3. All of a sudden we would run a signal of frustration at the clock. So I want you to watch for the signals today. So I'm going back to my knock knock. Knock knock. I didn't hear you. Knock knock. Who's there? Kim. Come on over after the coronavirus and we'll get you all a cup of tea at Alathea. So, is anyone kind of going, it's silly, Norah, not really bothered one or the other? Then we're running a green signal. Does anyone think it's funny? I think it's funny, but ask the girls, I always think my jokes are funny anyway. But it's okay if you don't. But if you thought it was funny, are you running a frustration or a pleasurable signal? Yellow is for pleasure. And let's say if you said, Norah, that joke is ridiculous, which I think there's a few people that might be feeling that, but I'm okay with that. So they might be running a frustration signal. So if you're frustrated at my joke, you'll be even more frustrated with that. So, what do you think the need is that I'm talking about here? Did anyone laugh at my joke? Knock knock. Choice. Choice theory, you're learning it 15 days. Is that a pleasurable signal? Kinda, don't really mind. Neutral? Or is that a frustration signal? And if you think it's a frustration signal, is that frustrating you even more? Okay, so I think we're getting to understand what our signals are, aren't we? So, if I have caused a frustration signal, I'm hoping that we're going to move back to this right now. So So what do you think this need is about? What do you think the last of the basic needs are? Well, right now I'm running a frustration signal because my marker won't work, and I'm not going to get up and go looking for another marker. So instead I'm going to be creative. And I heard some of you say it. You're spot on. The last of our basic needs are a basic need for fun. Sometimes we think that fun is a luxury. We think we have to work very hard and earn and deserve our time to have fun, but that's not true. Fun is a basic need. Even as we're working, we should be enjoying ourselves. And so fun is something that is best described as anything that causes you to laugh or causes you to feel good. So fun can mean different things for different people. I love reading, and I love researching things. That to me is a lot of fun. There'd be other people that would say, gosh, I don't see much fun in that, Norah. But for me, it's fun. If it allows or causes me to feel happy within myself, to enjoy myself, then it's meeting my fun need. So fun is different to everybody else. So I'm going to introduce, I have a little family that I created before at the Glasser Institute. And it's a little choice theory family. And they're my friends. I like them. I like them very much. Would you like to meet them? Okay. So firstly, I'm going to introduce you to Bill. And his name is Bill Choice. And that's Bill. You like Bill? And Bill's partner is Bessie Choice. You want to meet Bessie? So here's Bill and Bessie. And Bill and Bessie, after they were together for a couple of years, they had a little boy. And he's Bill Jr. Do you want to meet Bill Jr.? I want you to tell me what quality world picture you think Bill Jr. has. You ready? You're right. Bill Jr. loves diving. And then, when Bill Jr. was 3, Bill and Bessie had a little daughter. And she's Bessie Jr. Do you want to meet Bessie? And when I introduce you to Bessie, I want you to tell me what quality world picture that you think Bessie has. Some of you might have the same picture. You ready? Yep, she loves ballet. So we have Daddy Bill, Mammy Bessie. We have Bill Jr. and we have Bessie Jr. And then when Bessie Jr. was 3, you know who came along? You ready? Baby Choice. Not Baby Shark, Baby Choice. So here's our little Choice family. This is the Choice family. So I want you to think for a minute what basic needs. And I know we were speaking about survival earlier in the week. Do you remember that? Sometimes aren't we lucky when we're small children? Because really the people that look after our survival need are Mum and Dad. So Bill Choice and Bessie Choice look after the survival needs of the family. They pay for the house, they pay for the food, they cook the food. So are Mum and Dad real good? What do you think Bill Jr. gets from diving? Love and belonging, you're right. Because the team of people that he dives with, they're all his good friends. So he gets a lot of love and belonging in the diving group. He was in a competition and he won a prize. What need do you think he met when he won that prize? His need for power, you're right. And today we're talking about fun. So what do you think? Do you think that that Bill Jr. gets his need for fun met when he goes diving? Absolutely. So let's move on to little Ben Jr. keeps nodding his head with Bessie Jr. So let's move on to Bessie Jr. And Bessie was small when she realised that she just loves ballet. Do you think that it's the same quality world picture for Ben Jr.? Two completely different quality world pictures. So do you think that Bessie Jr. gets her need for fun met at ballet? She loves ballet. And she loves her tutu, and she loves getting dressed up in her ballet outfit and putting on her ballet shoes. So do you think she gets a sense of power? Yeah, absolutely. And she loves her ballet group that she's in. So do you think her need for love and belonging gets met when she goes to ballet? Absolutely. And she loves little babies. So can you imagine what happened for Bessie Jr. when her little sister came along? She loves her little sister. So what kind of quality world pictures would little baby Choice have in her quality world? Well, she has Mammy, and she has Daddy, and she has Bessie Jr., and she has Bill Jr. in her quality world already. Her little rattle, her favourite foods. So can you see how each member in this family are meeting their own basic needs? They all have different strengths of these needs. So somebody said to me during the week, Norah, which need is most important? So can I ask you what you think, which need is most important? Because I thought it was a brilliant question. Because there's no one need more important than the other needs. And the need that is most important is the need that is not being met in that moment. It's like, you know, if your survival need, if you need to meet your survival need and you're just so hungry, you can't really go out and play and enjoy yourself. The need that's strongest right then is your need for survival. And what then? You get your dinner, and imagine if you go out and your friends won't let you play with them. Well, then the need that becomes the strongest need right then is your love and belonging need. So all of these needs, every single one of them is so important. And the need that is strongest in that moment is the need that is not being met. So, you like my little family? So, Bill Jr. loves diving, and he grew up. What do you think he became when he grew up? Are you ready to see? I'm just putting them to bed for a minute. Little Bill Jr. became a fireman. What do you think little Bessie Jr. became when she grew up? She became a nurse. And what do you think that little baby Choice became when she grew up? She became a chef. So 3 people in the same family, all with different quality world pictures. So can you imagine when Bessie Jr., which she's not Junior now, when she's big Bessie, she's Bessie Choice, she has a family of her own now. When Bessie Choice goes into work as a nurse, what needs do you think she's meeting? She's meeting her survival need for her family because she gets her wage. She's meeting her love and belonging need with her patients because her patients love her. Sometimes she has to make decisions that could be a little bit hard to make, and but she knows her job really well. So it's her power need can be met in work. the nurses she works with, they're great friends of hers, so she has a great sense of freedom and fun with the nurses she works with as well. The same with little baby Choice. When she grew up and became a chef, what needs do you think that she has met when she's in her work during the day? Yeah, again, her wage, her survival, her love and belonging with the people she works with. She loves the people she works with. She never sticks with the recipe. She always throws in a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And then the customers say, oh, that's gorgeous. So she's able to express herself and make her own choices. Yeah. Then she gets out of work on a Friday. She works really hard all week. And on a Friday evening, she leaves work. And she has fun with her family and all of their children together. So that meets her need for freedom and her need for fun. And what about Bill Jr., who's now Bill Sr.? He's a fireman. Yeah, he always wanted to be a fireman. And so he goes into work again. He gets his wage. So he's able to support his family and drive his nice car. His love and belonging. Can you imagine how that's met in work? Because men work very closely together and they all become one part of a big family. So he's a big sense of family in the workplace. There's a lot of fun as well. He has a lot of fun with the guys in work. And when he goes out to serve the community, sometimes he has to make some big choices. And he knows his job very well, so he's able to make those choices. So do you see how these needs are going on behind the scene with every one of us as human beings? So think again of Mammy and Daddy Choice, just like your Mammy and Daddy. Isn't it great that they're taking care of all your survival needs? Isn't it? I think they're wonderful. So, what's your job to do? To have fun. You know what's really important about all of this? You know, do you remember on Monday I was saying to you how I love the brain? Do you know that when we're happy and we're well, that our body flows beautifully? Serotonin, endorphins, dopamines are all released in the brain, and when they're all released properly, then our endocrine, our glandular system flows. So our body is actually healthiest when we're happy. So right now, if Mom and Dad are meeting your survival need for you, what's your job? Just to stay really happy. And you know the really important thing is, whose responsibility is it to meet your needs? It's Mom and Dad's responsibility to make sure you're sheltered and you're fed and you're warm and you're well and they take care of your needs. But whose responsibility is it for you to take care of your love and belonging, your power, your freedom, your fun? So most of the time we say, I'm not happy and it's his fault I'm not happy. But it's not somebody else's responsibility to meet your needs. That's your responsibility. So today, your responsibility is to meet your fifth basic need, which is your need for fun. So what do you do for fun? For some people it's skipping, for other people it's football, for other people it's watching TV, for other people it's reading books. It could be a whole load of those things. It could be meeting with friends, and of course so much in the world has changed right now. For this morning, for example, I've baked some croissants for my breakfast, and I didn't have a chance yet to eat my croissants. I'm going to have them after I'm finished here chatting with you. And yeah, I baked them. There'll be a lot of people surprised at that, but I did bake them, and from scratch as well, tell them. So I have a friend of mine who's going to drop over in about 15 minutes, and we're going to go out the back and have a cup of coffee and share the croissants. We'll socially distance, don't worry about that. We'll share the croissants. So let's just take those croissants for a minute. Firstly, I'm hungry. So those croissants are going to meet my need for love and belonging. Or for survival. Thank you. Oops. They're going to meet, the croissants are going to meet my need for survival. And then when my friend comes over, I'm just really looking forward to seeing my friend, because we haven't chatted in a while. So those croissants are also going to meet my need for love and belonging, aren't they? And then when my friend eats those croissants, I know they like croissants. And especially that I've made them from scratch. I think they'll be surprised, because I normally don't bake. Not that I can't, just I don't. But I did this morning. So I know they're going to be surprised, and they're going to say to me, you didn't make those croissants. And I'll be like, I did make those croissants. It's a nice, powerful feeling. Yeah, my power need will be met. And then there's something that I want to tell them. There's something I need to share with them. And I know this person is a wonderful listener. So my freedom need is going to be met, because I know that person's going to listen very well, and I'll be able to express myself. And my friend's very funny. I know after I've got all this off my chest and we've had the croissants, I know we'll have a really good giggle together. So this person coming to visit me is going to meet all of my basic needs this morning. So one picture can meet one or more of our basic needs, not just one. So our basic needs, just fantastic. And I have 3 little friends coming over to see me later. They're Poppy, Jinho, and Bailey. And that's as much as I'm telling you about them. But they'll be over about lunchtime, and get your mum to watch out here, because I'm going to show you my 3 little friends meeting their basic needs as well. You're going to be very surprised. They're gorgeous little friends. Just to let you know, they're fluffy friends. I think you'll love them. They're really, really sweet. So I found a lovely story as well about a little fruit bat. And the little fruit bat loses her mum, and a birdie finds the fruit bat. So she goes to live with the birds, and the whole story is about her trying to meet basic needs that they're not her basic needs, and she's trying to be happy with them, and she's just not happy. And at 7 o'clock tonight, I'm going to post that back on here for you. So survival, love and belonging, power, freedom, and today, fun. So I loved being with you this morning. It's a really pleasurable picture. Did you enjoy being with me this morning? If you did, if you didn't, you might be going, I don't know. It's a green signal. Did I say anything to annoy you this morning? I won't say sorry, I'll just say, I'm annoying you more. And you would have a choice whether you wanted to go away or not. So what do you do for fun? Make sure you have a really fun day. So what is it that you have to do? You don't have to do anything. What is it that you could choose to do that would really help mum and dad? And that's to stay happy. Don't worry, be happy. So I'm leaving here today, and I have a very pleasurable signal. I hope you have too. I'll see you at 7 o'clock in the evening. Go today and have a really fun day. So be happy, be well, and that's the best present that you can give to your mommy and daddy, and it's up to you to meet those needs. So have a lovely day filled with fun, and I'll see you at 7 o'clock in the evening, and I'll put the video on here of my little friends around lunchtime. So have a great day filled with fun. Knock knock. make the joke up yourself and let me know. Have a great, fun-filled Friday. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.